Hey guys, welcome to another session of Theorycraft. Today, it's going to be hopefully a short one, two topics mainly. One, we're going to talk about the unit of choice tickets that were announced on Twitter, or actually I think it was on Twitter originally, for Fan Festa, about people who are going to Fan Festa get 10 unit of choice tickets. Now, when I saw this, I'm just like, oh man, prepare for the storm. And this morning when I was checking Twitter, I looked at the reply, and yeah, it's pretty much exactly what we all assumed would be the response. Now I'm gonna give my response to it because I do want to, give my reaction. Not just my own reaction, but also for the sake of the community as well. But before we start, I do want to give some shout outs to some people here. Those who could hear, be here for the live stream portion. So your pal Drewski, I'm gonna give you a shout out. So he's new, and he says he watched my YouTube content, first time joining it live, so he better have this shout out. And Razzler Heos, man, you also get that shout out. Yes, he's like Theorycraft, woo, finally, man. Every time I'm streaming, he's available, he comes on, he's like Theorycraft time, and I'm just like, no, it's not Theorycraft time. He's like my biggest Theorycraft fan apparently. Lord Infinity says, hey YouTube. So Lord Infinity, this is his first Theorycraft as well. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay, so Tiramisu Lover. Alright, so this is Tiramisu Lover's comment. It says the 10 UoC tickets for the Fan Festa participant is a good move on Gumi's side. Those who cry are just a bunch of man children. People who go should be treated well. People need to stop being entitled. Tiramisu Lover, I actually do think that generally that's my response, and this is why sometimes I do receive some flack from the community. It's just like, Jagan, man, I can't believe you're supporting this, man. The whole unit of choice ticket thing. I kept on saying that, like, guys, don't get your, pants in a bunch, etc. But I got some flack for it. But in this case, this 10 unit of choice thing, I don't think so. Frankly, I'm not gonna complain about it, but I really don't think that is a smart move that Gumi is doing here. The reason is because, it's $40 a ticket USD, and if you live there locally, obviously you do get some benefits because, for $40 you get a free unit that you can choose, which is better than any bundle that Gumi has ever given. That's number one. And then the second thing is they already get a free 7-star Aurora Fravia. Whereas like in the near future, if Aurora Fravia comes out in an official banner, people would actually have to spend, and it's a chance, mind you, it's a chance that they would have to actually spend resources in order to have a chance to receive the unit, whereas you already get it. So my thing was like, hey man, people go to Fan Festa, get free Aurora Fravia, alright, that's cool. Like you said, people go there deserve something great, and I do think that a full 7-star unit is already good enough. I forgot who it was, but on my Discord, one of the members, his name is Trickster, I think he was one that said it, but he said that Gumi values, FFBE global values each unit as $78 USD. That's like based on some kind of poll average or something like that, but basically that's how much they value that unit. Now if you're paying $40 for a free 7-star unit, we want to say free, so you're paying half price for it. Okay, fair enough. But then on top of that, you say, hey, every participant that comes, you get 10 unit of choice tickets. Now, obviously, the only reason why I think it's a bad move for Gumi's part is just that it's the enraging part. And yes, I sort of agree with you, Tiramisu Lover, in the sense that a lot of people can sound like they're entitled. But during this announcement, a lot of calm-minded people responded as like, hey, this isn't smart, like they're already getting Aurora Fravia, etc. Like some of the comments I'm reading like here, they're not like, oh man, like screw you Gumi and etc. They're literally saying that, some people had some ideas saying that making an official stream that, an official stream but you could pay for or something like that, so digital tickets, some kind of concept that way. What do you propose as a better gift for participants, one that generates incentive to go there physically? Well, the thing, Tiramisu Lover, is you have to understand that this Fan Festa should never have been about what you can get from it, right? Like, let's say you go to a concert because you love a band. You wouldn't go there because you want some freebies, right? Actually, I'm assuming that. But most people go because they love it, right? So originally Fan Festa should have been like, yes, you can pay tickets to attend, but you're attending because you love it, right? The same with you going to Comic-Con, any sort of convention. It should not be like, oh, guys, buy the tickets because you get this, right? Buy a tickets because you're gonna get a Ferrari, right? So, I mean, it's just ridiculous to me, the concept. It's not the incentive for people. I'm pretty sure the unit of choice and Aurora Fravia did change like some people's minds. So people who may be local and be like, okay, fine, I pay enough for this game anyway. You know, I do like Final Fantasy, so let's pay $40 to get it. But for the people who don't live in that area, let's say on the other side of the world, let's say Asia, for example, giving Aurora Fravia is fine because they can pull it later, right? They can pull it later, but 10 unit of choice tickets on top of that, I don't know. I'm kind of like impartial to it. It's not like I'm going, so it's not like I'm gonna be like, you know, getting it per se. Yeah, so Kai says, alright, so I'm gonna catch up on the stream a bit here. Kai says, agree, Jagan, we go as fan, not because of the incentive. Yeah, that's what I think. So I think for those who may hold the view that, oh man, they're just whiny children, either you have the benefit of going, or you really just don't think it's a big deal, which I think is fine too. I think for a topic like this, we should all keep a calm mind about it. I am just thinking that from like a marketing perspective, from a company perspective, it will do them good in the sense that they'll sell a couple tickets, but it will really scar their reputation further, which in my opinion, for long-term like marketing strategy, it's actually not the smartest way. I actually do think that actually hurts the company a lot more, and they're already like, their reputation just doesn't get much better. Yes, like I'm generally one of those that is like, I'm defending Gumi. Like if you're on my Discord, you know, a couple members on our Discord, they disagree with like how Gumi does things, like the triple rainbow banners, you know, like the raids, man, they're crap and stuff like that. And you know, I tell them, yes, they are crap, and if you have seen my polls, you guys know I have pulled a lot of crap as well. But you know, it is part of the game, and then if you want to play the game, you pay it, right? So there's some things I kind of take the side of like, okay guys, let's calm down, it's not a big deal. But this one, I really think that this is an unnecessary target on their back. I think that they're not wise in doing this. And that's my whole topic here. Okay, sorry. So I was saying I was gonna catch up on the stream chat. I'm gonna quickly do this. So Badsilla says most other conventions give you physical stuff and cosmetic stuff, not in-game items that are useful. I see. Well, I guess it also, so respond to Badsilla. I guess it does depend on the person you're talking to. For those who play FFBE, obviously all the in-game stuff is awesome, right? But obviously from a person like that's outside that doesn't play FFBE, let's say you're married and you bring your wife, she doesn't play FFBE. She might not understand what's the big deal. This pixel character, like with 7-star Aurora Fravia, big whoop, right? Like maybe she would rather have a t-shirt or something. Now that's just an example, but yes, to each their own in that sense. I would say that you still wouldn't enter a convention because it's like, oh man, I want all the free stuff. It could be part of the reason why you go, but it would definitely not be like the only reason you would go. And I think with the unit of choice tickets, and the reason why this is a big deal, even though we're all talking pixel, we're all talking digital, etc., I think the big deal is because those who play the game actually understand the value of those things. So in terms of, even if you're free to play, your time spent in the game is still an investment. It's still an investment in the game. And this is why I believe that free-to-play players, because they love the game, they want to see it do well, they want to spend more time in the game, are upset with like bad banner rates, bad game design decisions, etc. I do believe it does affect them. But I am saying that for every single person though, so free-to-play, pay-to-play, we have investments in the game. And so when we do value unit of choice tickets as something that it's the most valuable thing currently in game, I would say. Most valuable. Other than the actual unit you can draw yourself, but it is the most expensive thing. And I do know that if Gumi did make them as purchasable like in bundles or whatever, whales would buy every single one, and even some dolphins or people who light spend would also buy it, because that's how expensive that is, because we all know that it's really hard to pull a rainbow. Now I think that they're adding too much value into the incentive here. If you do the calculations, I would say at least they're giving you like $150 back for free. All right, I think that's being generous. I'm saying that $150 spent in game would possibly not grab you 1 7-star and 1 free rainbow, and it's of your choice. So that's the other thing. Let me quickly move on here. There are people out there who are wanting to go to this event but can't because how they are across the world, says Lord Infinity. Yeah, that's the other thing. Not even just if you're across the world. Let's say, so I live in Canada. I'm on the same coast as California, where the Fan Festa is being held. Technically, I could go there, but I would still need to pay for a flight and also hotel, at least for 1 night. I remember it lasts for 2 days. At least for 1 night. Now, no matter how you cut it, that's gonna be a couple $100 down the drain, plus food, right? So, I mean, this is the reason why I'm not going either. One, I ran out of vacation time, as I've said before in another video. But yeah, here's the thing. So your pal Drewski says they give you the rest of the community something decent as well, then it won't be too bad. Okay, yeah. So your pal Drewski. One of the ideas that someone did say was that, during the event, maybe have a purchasable bundle that's worth $40 that will give you 10 unit of choice tickets. Now, I highly doubt, 99% chance that they won't give that to us. So that's but that would be a balance. It's like, hey, $40, you're not attending the event, but here, 10 unit of choice tickets minus the Aurora of Fravia. I think that's a pretty good deal. Pretty balanced, but I doubt they will do it. All right, let me keep going here. Wow, there's a ton of comments now. Crap. I can't even catch up. Let's see here. I'm trying to read. Well, okay. So Tiramisu Lover says this, and what do you want to address it? He says it's not like 10 unit of choice is completely absurd though. It's really good, but it's not completely separate segments of player. No, Tiramisu Lover, I would have to disagree. It's not the 10 unit of choice itself. It's how long it takes for the player to get 10 unit of choice. That's the big deal. If they gave, let's say 2 free unit of choice tickets, I don't think people would be so enraged about it. But 10 unit of choice tickets, that would at least be equivalent to about 2.5 months to 3 months, based on Global's current unit of choice giving rate, right? So I mean, like about quarter of the year to get that free unit, but you go to one event one day and you get the same amount. Plus, you're still playing the game, so you still get more. So they're giving them about 2 to 3 months worth of like actual grinding value, and that's why it's absurd. It's not the 10 unit of choice tickets. I know a lot of people could be like, oh, 10 unit of choice tickets, that's a free unit, but you really have to see it as a timeline. So that's what I was saying before. A free-to-play player or pay-to-play player, all of them are spending the time in it, and that's the biggest problem. Yeah, if you're free to play, you're already screwed. It's true, Lord Infinity, but it's in a different way. So free to play players can still get unit of choice tickets at the same exact rate as pay to play players. There is no gap between that, right? This is why I think it was wise that they did remove unit of choice tickets out of bundles. Now, obviously, you guys know that I do spend on the game, so I wouldn't have minded those bundles because I would have hammed every single one of those bundles with a unit of choice tickets. That's how valuable it is because it saves you time. Now, I do think that it was wise that they didn't introduce that into the bundles, because now the pay-to-play and the free-to-play both have the exact same tickets as long as they grind the events and actually get the tickets. They have the exact same ones. There's no gap in between. But when you do pay for this $40 ticket, you get a 2.5 2.5 months head start. Now in the long run, you might say that, well, there's no problem because we keep getting unit of choice tickets, right? Like look at JP, they keep getting unit of choice tickets. It's very, very constant, 100%. But you know, you can feel really salty about it, especially at the beginning month. The longer, obviously, the longer the time draws out, the less salty we feel. But this is obviously like fuel for the fire. Gumi has not even gotten back to a good reputation for them to bring this out, in my opinion. It's just a big no-no. Bad Finance, hey man, welcome to stream, bro. Moria Suwako 198. Hi Jagan, I really like your YouTube content, so keep up the great work. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, dude. That's very, very encouraging. Yeah, we have 15 unit of choice ticket now. Getting 10 extra is a free 7-star guaranteed. Yeah, 100%. But again, remember, my whole thing is not that just that you get a free 7-star guaranteed. It's that it's about 2.5 months of your time, right? So when we're grinding this stuff, we're looking forward to the next month because we'll be like, okay, man, there's maybe a 2 or maybe another 3 unit of choice tickets. I mean, when they announced the 35 million download celebration pool thing, this one, they were saying that you get two free unit of choice tickets, right? So every day if you log in, I think you get 2 unit of choice tickets by the end of this event, which I think it's 2 weeks, if I am not mistaken. 2 weeks, and 2 unit of choice tickets. Everybody was hyped about that, right? You remember the reaction. Everybody saw it's like, yes, free unit of choice tickets, and that was only 2, guys. Only 2, right? Yeah, and yeah, Gensu, hey man, welcome to stream too. And also, hey, your pal Drewski, thank you for the sub, dude. Appreciate that. Gensu says we also get 3 others this month. Yeah, so I think the 3 others from the events, and then 2 for free. So. Wait. Oh, okay, so Gensu makes a good point here. So he says, so basically they jumped 3 months ahead of people and gave them a free STMR if you pull like 1 copy of a big ticket unit like Akstar. Yes, pretty much. I mean, all this input from you guys is awesome. Like, I mean, yeah, you're giving me a lot of like angles I haven't really thought about. But yes, this is why. Now I will pull this back a bit. I will pull this back again. As you can hear from my voice, I'm not like enraged. I'm not like saying like, oh man, like, frick, got me frick, right? I'm not like raging about it. I do want to pull it back. Let's say from the shoes of those who are going to Fan Festa. Yes, it's gonna feel great. It's gonna feel fantastic. You're gonna be like, yes, this is the best thing. Now, I did mention this before on a previous Theorycraft when we talked about Aurora Fravia 7-star. I was saying that Aurora Fravia 7-star would make Gumi or FFBE Global, their Fan Festas, every year they would pretty much have to step up the game. Otherwise, people are going to complain. So one thing is, for the community, it's really bad. For them, it's really bad that they introduced the unit of choice ticket. But then, what about next year? You see, human beings, at least human psychology, we always have this expectation of, trying to either be the exact same, or we have to have something better. Otherwise, we're going to compare to the previous year. So basically, if they set the standard that every year, every Fan Festa, there's going to be a unit of choice ticket, plus maybe a free 7-star unit that is later to be released, that changes a big thing, because then everybody is going to be like, okay, then we gotta go to the next Fan Festa. But let's say they do their next Fan Festa in, let's say, Singapore. All right, will all the people in North America fly to Singapore? Right. So that's a question. That's a question now. I mean, I'm flipping. I'm trying to turn the tides, trying to get the conversation going. Would everybody go to Singapore? And then would those people who are in North America who get the benefit now, are they gonna complain about it? Right. And the other thing is, then also I would hope that if Gumi decides to keep giving like awesome rewards and keep topping themselves up every year, I would really appreciate it if they actually release the information of their prizes a lot earlier. Let's say like maybe 3 months earlier than the actual event itself. That way people can actually really think about going or not, and not like this last minute ticket grab, right? Okay, so I'm gonna continue to read the the stream chat here. So Tiramisu Lover says, but there should always be a major gap between people that pay and those who don't. I honestly can't accept any other discourse. The paying players actually support and keep the game going for the free-to-play and themselves. Tiramisu Lover, man, you're not talking to a stranger here. That is usually what I was saying. Last time when I made a Theorycraft session, I believe I said something like that, and it triggered some folks. They're like, come on, man, like, free to play, you know, like, we keep the game alive as well. And I would have to say, like, someone did mention this in a comment, that this reward wheel thing really is making the money even when you're free to play. So even if you're free to play, you're actually still making the money. So they're making money somehow, right? I don't know how much like these ads really cost per view, but I'm gonna assume it's like something like YouTube, because I think they are Google ads specifically. So I mean, it's not a lot, but when you combine, like, let's say a couple million players doing it 5 times a day, 5 ads per day, couple million, that's you have to count. If you're a YouTuber listening to this, you know how much YouTubers make per view, right? So that's about, like, let's say like 5 times 1 million players actually doing it. I'm not gonna say that they have 35 million downloads, therefore there's 35 million players. I'm not gonna be that optimistic. 5 times you do per day, that's about 5 million views on YouTube. 5 million views on YouTube will generate at least about $10,000 USD per month. I think so. I think around there. I mean, because every day the ads actually fluctuate, kind of like stock, so it doesn't really matter. But that's generally. That's $10,000. $10,000. I don't know how much, like, what the logistics are. I would really love to know the numbers, but I highly doubt they would ever release that kind of stuff. But anyways, I do agree in a way to Tiramisu Lover, and I do think that the pay-to-play players are getting what they're getting in the game itself already. So if you buy bundles, you get EX tickets, right? So here we go. I'm actually not gonna really buy a bundle, guys, but so yes, obviously there's incentive to already pay. Now I know what you're saying. You're carrying that like pay-to-play mentality into the actual convention itself. You're saying that, okay, anyone who pays should get good stuff back. But like I did say before, this convention is not a game, right? This convention is not the game. This convention is for people who are fans of the game, and they are supporting it regardless if they're getting stuff back, or at least the original intention was. But now there's all this prize grab. I think a lot of people are gonna go just for the stuff, right? So yes, in a way, I'm not saying that, you know, like they shouldn't give stuff. I'm just saying that they shouldn't change the gap so much. $40 for that much gap, to me, Tiramisu Lover, doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Let's see here. Valiant Ghost says, remember that people are paying to be there, and in general spend a crap load on the game to begin with. 100%. I do agree with that, Valiant Goat. Let's see here. Nothing wrong with the difference, but full-on unit of choice is full-on meta shift that is totally unbalanced, as Gensu Sekai. Motor Rider says, I can't afford to go to Singapore. If Asians get better rewards next year and I can't go, then that is what it is. It is just a game. That's true. So again, remember, I'm going to remind everyone who is later watching this on YouTube and those on stream, the purpose of this is not to generate hatred toward Gumi. The purpose of this is really for me to express my thoughts behind it. And again, I'm not mad either. And yeah, I'm not going to Fan Festa. So latest comment is actually aimed at Lord Infinity's comment right before though. Oh, oops, sorry, my bad. Tiramisu Lover, my bad. I addressed something that I shouldn't have addressed. Apparently he was talking to someone else. Feels bad, man, sorry. Moria Suwako says, can I add you, Jagan? Oof, man, cornering me on stream here. I usually add the people on my Discord only, exclusively, because Discord members have constant communication with me. That's why. Anyways, so you see here. Gumi should do more conventions in more countries. Europe somewhere, US somewhere, all other countries that are global. Says the Tweaks. That's a pretty good idea, but I highly doubt they have the budget to do it. But I think that's something that they should think about. I think that is something they should think about, like at least some kind of tour, maybe some kind of world tour. That'd be nice. But again, still, there are always going to be some people salty because there's always going to be some people not able to make it. Now, I do think though, I'm going to go back, retract it a bit. I think if they didn't address, like, give unit of choice tickets, but rather just give 7-star Aurora Fravia, I think that was good enough. I know that there was a lot of people already salty about it, but I think that's good enough. The 10 unit of choice ticket is, to me, over the top. Like, you may as well say, like, give you 10 free rare summon tickets. 10 free rare summon tickets would have made those people going really happy anyway, but you know, we all know that 10 free rare summon tickets may or may not give you a rainbow, but 10 free unit of choice tickets give you a guaranteed rainbow. So I don't know, maybe I don't know, maybe some EX tickets or something. I don't know. Hopefully during the Fan Festa though, everyone gets some prizes in their account, like, you know, just some tickets and stuff, like, to celebrate the event. Let's see here. Razlo Hio says he's sympathizing with Gumi. Get him! Yeah, totally. I know. Tons of people are gonna be like, Alright, dude. Alright, Maria, I got your message. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, so I kind of want to move on here. This is Bad Silla says incoming beast meat for Fan Festa reward. That would be awesome. That would be fair. Everyone actually receiving it would probably be more pissed off than they are excited. Anyways, I wanted to move on to the second topic here. I wanted to make this a dual topic Theorycraft. I want to talk about Mortrix and a couple others on stream brought this up before we started recording the video. They said we could talk about the True Dual Wield units or dual wield units going in the future meta. This is talking about JP now. So for those who play JP, you would have caught up with the new release CG Lightning. So all of the Final Fantasy protagonists apparently are going to get CG versions of themselves, which is going to be awesome. So they're going to be able to revamp everyone, including like Bart, Furion, Warrior of Light. I mean, Lightning was the first one, and to start the CG Final Fantasy units. And her kit apparently is really good. Like some people are saying that she is as strong, almost as strong as Axstar, and she's a dual wield unit. She's able to dual cast, but not exactly dual cast all of her skills, but that's just like every other TDH unit. But still, I'm looking at it right now. I pulled it up because these guys are telling me how good it is. Her Trust Mastery is 100% True Dual Wield. So that's equipment attack, okay? 100% equipment attack when you're dual wielding, all right? That's a lot. And also, I was told that they also get their cap lifted. So originally, the True Dual Wield cap is what, 100%, but now they get it up to 200%. So for Lightning, CG Lightning specifically, if you get her TMR and her STMR, her STMR is a sword, 169 attack with a 50% equipment attack when true dual wielding, plus a 1.3 times LB damage. That's pretty insane. I'm gonna look at her trust ability just to double check here. I know you guys are typing on stream, but it probably takes me longer to read it than to actually find her trust ability here. I want to see what her trust ability is, if she gets more true dual wield, because then that would be insane. I don't see it. I guess she doesn't have it. But anyways, okay, so let me catch up a bit. Maybe these guys are Berserker. I'll talk to you about it later, right? And Moria, yes, all the JP CG units already have their voices. Lid and Nicole, they already have their voices in game, yeah. So voiceovers. Let's see here. So Lord Infinity says she hits 3k attack so easily. So 3,000 attack very easily apparently, because of the True Dual Wield. Now, yeah, so they said that for her, for Reagan, and so for some other dual wield units, not every one of them yet, have a 200% cap raise. We're not 100% sure if that would happen for every single dual wield unit, but all the major dual units like Reagan, I think Laswell, CG Lightning, they all have 200% now, which is fantastic because they really needed that. And also they have instead of a 4 times chain cap modifier, they have a 6 times chain cap modifier, so including Lightning herself. I mean, I was using her at without her TMR, and maybe I should farm her TMR. This is on JP, by the way, again. Maybe I should farm that TMR, but or get it, or Moogle or whatever. But currently I'm at 1800 attack being a dual wielder, and I'm a 6-star only. I haven't pulled a dupe yet, so I could definitely imagine 3k attack is very, very easy to achieve. I don't believe her chaining skills have stackable things, and someone was saying that because the true double hand units, if they use a 2-handed sword, the damage variance is still higher, and therefore that is why Lightning is still not yet there. But I was saying that Lightning, CG Lightning being the first of its kind to like, you know, other than the Reagan enhancements and the Laswell enhancements, first of its kind to really kind of break the dual wield meta. They're kind of back on track. They're kind of back on track where we can see them actually sort of compete with true double hand units, which is fantastic. So a couple months ago, I remember I was making either it was a Theorycraft video or one of my videos. I was saying that, okay, invest in true double hand, right? But that was like before JP decided, all right, let's make true dual wield great again. Now do we have this foresight that, okay, CG Lightning and possibly other new units coming down will be dual wielders, able to dual cast certain abilities, which is fantastic. That's one of the reasons why dual wielders were actually bad, because they wouldn't be able to do certain things within a turn while damaging the unit. They would have to actually waste a turn to, let's say, break or something. But if dual wield units are getting dual cast and they're getting more power and it's easier to gear in some sense, then it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It means that Gumi obviously had great foresight, because we have Aloha Laswell's TMR, which gives a 25% true dual wield, I think. 25% true dual wield per accessory, has 45 attack. If you have 2 of them, you get 50%. We have Adam Jensen's which is, I think, is it 50% as well? 50% true dual wield. Adam Jensen's TMR, which is really great. It means that later on, at least when Gumi gets 10%. Oh, Basilisk is 10%. Oh yeah, you're right. It's 10% for Aloha Laswell's TMR, not 25. Yeah, you're right. 25 is a bit broken. Wait, then is Adam Jensen's 50%? I just don't remember. Adam is 20%. Okay, wow. Why am I giving them like really crazy? All right, Jagan should be a game designer, guys. I'll break the game. If they hire me as the developer. Okay. Adam Jensen's is 20. Thank you, Motor Rider. And Aloha Laswell is 10. Got it. Oh wow, then that's really, really good. So Lightning's, well, okay, so when CG Lightning drops on global, then everyone should be pulling for that TMR. At least this starts it off. At least this really starts it off. 100% TDW when dual wielding is a fantastic trust mastery then. I'm just comparing those two. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, their TMRs are basically useless right now, Motor Rider. But Motor Rider, even so, like I built my Sephiroth without Adam Jensen's TMR, he wouldn't be any stronger than he could be. So with Adam Jensen's TMR, Sephiroth being a dual wielder, even without dual wielding the weapons that are required for Adam Jensen's TMR, actually gets a lot stronger. You could easily break 1300 attack at a 6-star, and not full STMR geared either. So it's pretty cool. CG Lightning has TMRs that already give her amazing boost towards the future. Yes, exactly. That's CG Lightning. So CG Lightning, regardless if in the grand scope of all the units that will be introduced in the future, we don't know, how good CG Lightning is, like in terms of scale. So like right now she could be really good, like almost Axolotl level. But let's say there's another unit to come that is a True Dual Wielder. They could really be really strong, almost like you know, when Hero was released, he was like really cool, like for the he really set the standard for a true double hand. But now we got like Axstar, we got Yuffie, etc. You know, that's what I'm really curious about, very excited about, to see JP releasing these units. So for those of you who are maybe concentrating on global more, like myself, you'll be able to plan out better ahead, right? So you know that okay, so from now on, I'm gonna start collecting true dual wield stuff, and at least finally, you know, originally I was saying that, oh, I'm not gonna pull for Reagan. I got one Reagan off banner. I was like, I'm not pulling for Reagan because I don't need him. He's a dual wielder, right? Well, there you go. I'm totally wrong, because JP's now made Reagan super powerful, and then with CG Lightning coming out, Reagan will be even better. Someone on the stream chat, actually, I glanced over it, but someone on the stream chat was saying that Reagan can also hit 3,000 attack with Lightning's CG Lightning's TMR. But her STMR, man, that's just fantastic. One-handed weapon, 169 attack again, and then a 50% straight from that weapon itself, with a 1.3 times LB damage. It's 30% LB damage, guys. That's incredible. Let's see here. Moria says I managed to get 3 Reagans when he was first released. Congrats, that's awesome. Badsilla says that was before 400% cap though. What was? Oh, you mean Sephiroth. Probably. Yeah, you're right. That was before. So my 1300 attack Sephiroth was before the 400% cap, you're right. Motor Rider says, yep, I skipped Reagan. Thanks a lot, Jagan. Feels bad, man. I try, guys. I really do try. That's why I make these videos, so those of you who don't look at JP will be able to be well informed early on. No, I wouldn't UoC him, Reagan. I wouldn't UoC Reagan Moria. Your Paldrewski says, I was on a break from the game, phone broke, and missed out a year of content. Wow, your phone broke for a year? What? What are you talking about? Or your phone broke and you just never bothered to install it, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to talk about on this Theorycraft. Let's see here. It was 37 minutes still. Wow. I talked a lot about the unit of choice, I think. I only spent like 10 minutes on this topic. Broke and was broke. Oh, I see. It broke and you were broke, so you're gonna get another phone, I suppose. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. And here you're supporting me financially, man. What a guy. You're proud, Drewski. You are my pal now, Drewski. Let's see here. But I should try to get another Reagan and try get his STMR using normal summoning methods. If you want, his STMR is okay, but it's a light armor. It's very hard to unless we get better TMRs, it's very hard to use the light armor in my opinion. Oh, nice Drewski. He's got a better paying job. Okay. This chat can go on forever. Alright, let's end off this video here for this Theorycraft. So, again, to sum up, we talked about the unit of choice for Fan Festa. What do you guys think about it, for those of you watching on YouTube later? Let me know in the comments below, and yeah, let me hear your thoughts. Whether you're for it or against it, or you just don't care, it doesn't really matter. The discussion was just to get the topic rolling, man. It was just definitely quite heated for some people, so I just want to address it. Okay, so that's it, I think. All right, so for those of you guys who may want to check out the Discord server, as I was talking about it during this session here, obviously, yeah, check it out. The link should be around. You'll be able to find it. Follow me on Twitter, and then of course subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. If you enjoyed this content, I also thank those who came on stream for the first time, wanting to come on stream, and I know that I do stream at really odd times, so a lot of people can't make it. I thank you guys for coming, and those guys also said that they really like my YouTube content, etc. It's very awesome to talk to you guys. So I'm gonna end this here, and I'll see you guys on YouTube next time.